What's up, y'all? It's your boy P-Lot, aka the Brick Slinger. Guess what? Your boy got something to say. I know this is graduation season. Folks are graduating from school, whether it's high school, middle school, elementary, college. You know, salute to everybody that's graduating this year. But I just saw a clip from my dude, JVJ, from Let's Talk JVJ, and he just showed a clip of a woman at her son's graduation, and as soon as his name was mentioned, she got out of the bleacher and started twerking. Yep, I said it. She was twerking. Every bit of her was just twerk, 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 twerk. And I could probably hear folks saying, what's wrong with her twerking? She just happy that her son is graduating and ain't nothing wrong with twerking. It's part of the culture. Woo, woo, woo. But here's my thing. At some point, when are we going to draw the line and just say that is straight embarrassing? I don't know any child that would love to see their parents embarrass them on one of the greatest moments of their life, the greatest checkpoint in their life. We talking about graduation. We talking about achieving one level just to get to the next level. And it's sad to see it. What makes it even worse is to see a black woman doing that to her black son. And like, really, when is it gonna take? When are we as people, as black people, are going to say, as much as you are excited about your child graduating, what is going to take for us to realize that should not be a form of celebration? That should not be a form of excitement. To be twerking in your kid's graduation just because your kids graduated. And then you're embarrassing yourself in front of his peers. Maybe it's just me, but I don't think that most mothers that do stuff like this fully understand the psychological damage they do to their own kids by doing the stuff that they do, and ignore the fact that they got to go to school the next day, or they got to be around their peers the next day. And you want your kids to honor the family because you say that they represent the family. But you as a mother also represent the family. You are a representation of your family. Just as much as you want your kids to represent the family. But when you embarrass your kids, when you embarrass your family, you put your family at risk from being a representative to now being a defender of the family. Or they choose not to be a defender of the family and separate themselves from the family. And then the family got to look at this person as like a black sheep in the family because they chose not to defend the family when one of the members of the family misrepresent the family. That's some crazy stuff, man. Like, how in the world we as a people, Even if we call ourselves Christian, how are we going to misrepresent Christ? Doing the thing that Christ said don't do. And I can hear it now. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. Do you really want God's judgment like that? Because only a person that's not planning on repenting, a person that's planning on not being held accountable, a person that's planning on not being self-accountable, not being responsible, will say stuff like that as if that is a pass. No, that's not a pass. That, my friend, is a judgment call upon yourself. Believe it or not, when you say stuff like only God can judge me, only God can judge me, you asking for God to actually judge you. And if you're not the type of person who actually believe that God can actually judge, then I've got news for you. The same God that is a loving God is also a God of just. And you got to be careful with statements like that just as much as you got to be careful with actions like that, because every action leads to a reaction. Because what can stop anybody from looking at that woman and wonder, does she really get down like that? And then you got to also keep this in mind. You're at your son's graduation. So we're not just talking about like kindergarten and middle school. We're probably talking about high schools and maybe college. And you go on their moment to take their moment away from them by doing something like twerking and just to celebrate. At this point, trying to say that twerking is part of the culture is a reach at this point. Because why are we embracing the thing that gets us in trouble in the first place? I understand, like I'm a dude and I don't twerk. And I'm not gonna say that I don't like twerk. I don't like seeing women twerk. But I will say that there's a time and a place for that. And in my opinion, the best place is not in music videos. Sorry, I'm saying it. Twerking should not be in a place of music videos, and it should be in a place of graduation. I don't care if it's the student that's graduating. I don't care if it's the parents that's graduating. I don't care if it's the teacher and the principal at the graduation, the dean at the graduation, or the director at the graduation. That is not a place to be doing such thing, because it's a ceremony and it should be a respectable event. Because these teachers and professors and deans, directors, principal, they work 10 times harder just to help your kid graduate. Help your kid achieve goals that they probably thought they never achieved. They took years and years to help your kid to do great things. And then there's some teachers that just straight up pass a student just to get rid of them. I'm saying that's why this probably explains a lot about some other stuff, but that's another subject. But for a parent, especially a mother, a black mother, even to be specific, to take a moment away from their kids' hard work just to do a 30-second dance, and then end up being a TikTok moment or a YouTube moment, Instagram moment. You went viral to take away your kid's greatest achievement. So what makes you think that kid, that young man is going to invite his mama to his graduation, another graduation ever, or any achievement ever? Because you're probably thinking that that's my mama. I love my mama. I want to make sure my mama know that I love her. After this, either he go try to achieve something else and don't let her go to the graduation, or he set boundaries on his own mama. And before anybody come with scriptures and talk about, well, you should honor your mama. Your mama did this. The Bible says you should honor your parents, and you should obey your parents because it's a commandment that comes with the promise. Okay, since you want to quote Ephesians and Colossians and Galatians and stuff, let's go. There's also a scripture underneath that's let parents know what they should be doing, which is don't discourage your kids. Do not push your kids outside of righteousness. One thing I'm probably gonna say is this: parents, if you don't want your kids to go to hell, do not point them into that path. Do not point them towards that path. Parents gotta do better, because you expect the kids to do better. You expect your kids to break the generational curse. If you expect them to break the cycle that has caused families generation after generation after generation to be more messed up, then you're gonna have to show them the better way to do it. Otherwise, your kids is gonna be another you. If you're a messed up person, teach your kids not to be messed up. Show them what it's like to actually be a messed up person and not to be that. Literally train your child in the way they should go. And if you don't know how to show them, then do yourself a favor and learn yourself. Because it's best to show your kids that even you can learn something. And if they see you learning something, it will help them to learn better. Because at this point, if this is the norm and everybody is cool with the fact that this woman embarrassed her own son, then we should not be surprised that the next generation of society become way worse than this generation of society. It's gonna get worse if we don't do better, parents. It's gonna get worse if we don't do better, children. It's gonna get worse if we don't do better, elders, especially within the black community. And y'all can call me whatever y'all want, but y'all can't deny the fact that this is an embarrassment. But you know what? That's just me. If you like what you heard, there's a like button. If you dislike what you heard, there's a dislike button. Comment. Give me your 2 cents. And hey, you can disagree, but as long as you're not disrespectful, you're all right with me. Subscribe. Share this video. Let's continue this conversation. And who knows? This may end up being live. And make sure y'all get that Man Under Construction. It's on all the digital outlets from Amazon, YouTube, Tidal, Spotify, iTunes, you name it, is there. Until then, it's your boy P-Lot, aka the Brick Slinger. And as always, continue to sharpen one another, support the kingdom, take care, and God bless. Laborers.